Hello and welcome to Club 7, episode 14 of The Pilgrimage. My name is Jamie. Coming up on today's episode, I've got two games for you. We are at home to Zenit in the Champions League and then at home to Nottingham Forest in the Premier League. Since you were last with me, we've only played one match and that was away to Leicester City. We won the match 2-1, so let's get straight into the Zenit game and I will show you the team for that one in just a moment. Okay, so the team for this one is Bilo in goal. Back four of Tomiyasu, Geller, Diaz and Murphy. Ilic at the base of midfield. Verheyen and Breton ahead of him. Kireev on the right. Joseph on the left. Wayne Pryor up front. Let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, the assistant is recommending we are the favourites. Go out there and give the fans a performance to cheer for. Yeah, completely agree with that. So we'll pump the fists and go with his suggestion and get into the tunnel for the tunnel interview. You come into this match in good form where your opponents do not. Do you feel complacency? We won't be complacent, but it'll be interesting and we'll have to make sure we seize the initiative. Do you think your team can produce today? I think we've had a good build-up and we do look primed to perform. We'll deal with it because we don't have another choice. Would have been nice to have Emile Smith-Rowe, but never mind. So let's kick things off. And I'll very quickly check the highlight speeds. Everything's fine. So as always, we'll just let the first 10 minutes or so tick by and won't react to anything too prematurely. It's gone reasonably well. We've not had any highlights yet, although we do get the first one. Ilic and the header from Geller is just over the top and the chance goes begging. Maximienko with the ball for Zenit. Launches it straight down the middle and it's Avagian. Mukin plays it forward and the Zenit players got there and Alexis McAllister has put it in the back of the net via the woodwork and it's Arsenal 0, Zenit 1. Not according to the script at all, so we'll demand more. Ilic's corner. The header comes back off the post and it's smashed away. So I'm going to go attack him to try and get us back into the game. And it's Avagian. Breton wins it back, crosses the halfway line. Plays it, in fact he goes for the shot in the end, nowhere near the target. And the highlight comes to an end. We've been by far the better team, but Zenit lead. Joseph's free kick into the box, headed away. Verheyen will pick it up, and he loses it to Avagian. Garinello to Mukin, into McAllister. Simonov to Gurunchaga. Pena down the left for Zenit. Plays it in, but Geller heads it back to Bilo. The highlight continues. Bilo to Ilic, to Murphy on the left for Arsenal. Crosses halfway. Infield to Breton. Joseph on the left. Infield to Pryor. Breton plays it for Joseph. And Dwayne Joseph has equalised for Arsenal. It is Arsenal 1, Zenit 1. 23 minutes gone. We won't bother with the replay for an equaliser. It's an Arsenal highlight again. Tomiyasu to Geller. Verheyen to Ilic. Into Breton. It's all the way back to Bilo, who finds Diaz. Ilic to Geller. To Verheyen. Tomiyasu's ball forward is intercepted. And it's Balog, who is dispossessed by Breton. Breton plays it into the middle and Wayne Pryor has his fifth of the season. We've turned it around very quickly and it is Arsenal 2, Zenit 1. I'm not going to bother with the replay. It's fairly obvious how we scored. And what does that do to the league table? It puts us onto 9 points and leaves us well clear of third place. Breton plays it to Murphy on the left hand side. Murphy's cross, Pryor with the header, and that is 3-1. And surely with less than half an hour gone, we have more or less wrapped this game up now. Despite the slow start, Murphy's ball in, diving header from Pryor, past the keeper, 3-1 to Arsenal, and surely now we aren't going to throw this one away. Okay, in terms of substitutions, nothing yet. Joseph on the left hand side to Breton. Breton's cross, it's headed away, but Verheyen will collect. He crosses, Karayev's header is over the top, and that highlight comes to an end. So we're less than 10 minutes now from half time. There's a couple of defenders who are beginning to tire. I think probably Diaz is going to be the one to come off at half time. Joseph to Ilic to Pryor. Pryor with the ball out to Karayev on the right. Verheyen. It's Maximienko's clearance, but Tomiyasu collects for Arsenal. Into Verheyen. Karayev doesn't get on the end of that one. McAllister to Dragosan. It's now Balog. It's Avagyan to Mukin. And Mukin to Garinello. To Mukin, who goes for the Hollywood ball. Zgela picks up the loose ball, finds Diaz. Murphy to Breton. Into Joseph. Pryor. Ball over the top for Karayev. And Karayev makes it 4-1 to Arsenal, and that has definitely wrapped things up. We'll watch this one, but this will be the last highlight I show you unless the game gets interesting, or last replay I should say. Completely wrong foots the keeper, puts it in the far corner. 4-1 to Arsenal, a minute to go till half time. Surely now that's game over. So we can have a look at the substitutes after we give a team talk. We've had a lot of shots on target. Absolutely. Pump the fists. No. Outstretch the arms and agree with the assistant. And let's have a look at substitutions while we're on half time. And I think Diaz is going to be the one to come off. Chris Mepham can replace him. And we'll get straight out there and start the second half. I think the next substitution is going to be one of the wingers. I'm not sure which one's going to fade quickest, but I'm sure we'll find out before too much longer. It is Murphy with the ball for Arsenal to Ilic. Breton to Ilic. Back to Mepham. Into Verheyen. To Tomiyasu on the right. Tomiyasu to Karayev. Back to Ilic. Tomiyasu finds Verheyen. Into Karayev. Back to Ilic. Ilic to the left and Murphy. Into Joseph. Gets it back from Murphy. Joseph shot, clips the crossbar, and it goes out for a goal kick. And I think, in fact I don't know what I think yet. We are probably not too far away from substitution o'clock, but we're not there yet. I don't know. In fact, it's Karayev who's the first to show. So we'll bring on Milan, I think. Santiago Milan. Rob Verheyen is the next one to show that he needs to come off. And we'll bring on Scott Guest. And for my final trick, Joseph. In fact, we've made all three now. We did one at half time, so that's all three subs done. 10 minutes to go. We're 4-1 up, and it's a free kick to Arsenal. It is Joseph over the free kick, curls it round the wall, hits the outside of the post, and it goes out for a goal kick. We've absolutely dominated the game, totally deserving of a solid victory. Into the last 3 or 4 minutes. 3 minutes of added time, which we're into already. And Zenit keeping the ball at the back. Avagyan at halfway. Mkhitaryan, but Tomiyasu wins it back. Milan to Guest. Ilic to Breton, back to Ilic, into Guest. Ilic into Breton. Murphy on the left hand side comes over halfway, charges towards the area, can't find Pryor with the cross. Breton collects the loose ball. Guest back to Zgela into Tomiyasu. Guest into Milan. Tomiyasu to Guest. Milan to Pryor. Into Breton, to the right hand side and Tomiyasu, ball into the middle, Pryor's header, 5-1 to Arsenal in the 2nd minute of stoppage time, just over a minute left, and that has put the absolute seal on the match, and very soon it will be full time. And there we go, Arsenal 5, Zenit 1. I'll be back in a moment with the second match of today's episode. Okay, time now for the second match of today's episode as we face a home Premier League game against Nottingham Forest. The team for this one is Justin Bilo in goal, back four of Kalulu, Diaz, Mepham and Koin-Emptage, Kike Ruiz at the base of midfield, Breton and Guest in central midfield, Karayev and Pryor on the wings, Dwayne Joseph up front. Let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, the assistant is recommending we're favourites and I want us to play like it. So let's pump the fists and agree with him. And we'll go into the tunnel, and it's all about momentum. Kalulu starts again. Yeah, he's playing well, absolutely. Why have you not picked Mislav Zgela today? Needed to rotate the team. Okay, let's get straight into the match then and see if we can grab 3 points. We certainly expect to, given that Forest are down in 13th place, in fact 15th place on 13 points, and we're in 3rd on 25. It's Koin-Emptage to Pryor. It's back with Koin-Emptage. Pryor. Koin-Emptage gets his cross in. Karayev gets too much on it and diverts it wide of the post. So nearly 10 minutes gone. We've had the first highlight already, but nothing to show for it yet. Let's demand more. And that has pleased them, with the exception of Chris Mepham. So we'll keep an eye on Chris Mepham's level of performance for a while, see how he does. Might be worth demanding a bit more of him. Let's see what we can do. In fact, we'll fire him up. That's made him a little bit happier. And then the obvious substitution at half time is the underperforming Pryor on the left wing. So we'll demand more again. We should be winning this match given how dominant we've been, but we're not, so changes are afoot. It is half time, so let's go into the dressing room. Let's point the finger, not happy, and let's make that change. Just the one at half time, Pryor off. And we'll bring on in fact, if we put Dwayne Joseph on the left, we can take Pryor off and bring on Patrick. That would make sense. So let's go out for the second half. See if we can turn 1 point into 3. We definitely need to. Let's go attacking at the start of the second half and really go for this. So let's demand more. Kureyev needs to come off for the second change of the day. And Santiago Milan can come on. In fact, Scott Guest has picked up an injury, so it's going to be a double change. Guest for Verheyen and Kureyev for, in fact, Bennett is the better option, so we'll go with Bennett. And we will get the match back underway. We've got no more subs left now with that injury and double substitution. So let's demand more. We're staying on attacking for now, but we will have to drop it back in a minute. So on 65, about now, we'll drop back to positive, and then we'll go for it again in the last 10 minutes. Hit them with a demand more before we do that. We're down to 5th in the table as it stands. This is really not ideal at all. Bergin plays it forward. Kalulu wins it back. Bennett to Patrick. Patrick has drifted out to the right hand side. Back to Breton. Patrick. Back to Breton, who clips it in. Bennett off the crossbar. And it's cleared by the Forest defender. So we're going to go attacking now into the last 15 minutes. We're going to hit them with a demand more as well. Anderson with the ball in, headed away by Mepham. Joseph will get on the end of it. Plays it forward, but too far ahead of the Arsenal attackers. Heaps back to Penna. Yard to Heaps. Bravo to Anderson. Anderson through the middle, and the shot comes in, but it's wide. And we're still dominating the match, but still not the decisive breakthrough that we need. Forest goalkeeper launches it long. Ruiz is under it. Patrick drifts out to the right hand side. Needs to cut this back. Does. Finds Kalulu, who finds Patrick again. Kalulu crosses it. It's headed away. Ruiz into Verheyen to the left. Koineptage doesn't get there. It's cleared. Mepham collects. Finds Koineptage. Finds Verheyen. Ball into the middle. Bennett with the shot. And it is a corner. Bennett with the in-swinger from the corner into the middle, and Denovis Diaz gives Arsenal the lead, or does he? We await confirmation. Yes, he does. It's given. It's an absolute bullet of a header, and that goal likely will decide the game. We're going to drop back to positive. Dwayne Joseph is really struggling, but we have no subs left, as is Denovis Diaz and Kalulu. In fact, we've got a multitude of players who are less than perfectly fit. Koinemptage to Mepham, Koinemptage to Joseph, down the left hand side, beats his man. Can he get the cross in? No, finds Verheyen. Koinemptage to Joseph, has the shot just wide of the keeper's left hand post. 7 minutes to go, still holding on to a 1-0 lead. It's given as a penalty. I'm not sure. I think this might be outside. Penalty has been given. So we're going to have to go back to attacking. It is Bravo with the pen. Bilo with the save. Pushes it over the crossbar. So we do get away with it. Maybe we shouldn't be on attacking now. Anderson's ball in, headed away by Diaz. Bergin collects, finds Yard. Back to Penna. Bergin into Heaps. And it's played all the way through to Bilo, who picks up the loose ball. He is going to launch it, I think. He does, straight down the middle. Patrick underneath it, doesn't win it, but Verheyen wins it back. Finds Patrick, who can't beat Joe Bursick in the Nottingham Forest goal. Drop back to positive for the last few minutes. We're up to second in the table, just a point adrift of leaders Liverpool. Not sure how they're getting on at the moment. Let's have a look. They are losing to Crystal Palace, so we cannot gain top spot, but we will be just a single point off the lead as long as Liverpool don't get themselves an equaliser. Our match finishes. It's Arsenal 1, Nottingham Forest 0. I'll be back in a moment with the league table and to tell you what's coming up on the next episode. Okay, time now to take a look at the league table following today's matches, and we are in second place in the table with 27 points from our 13 matches, just one behind leaders Liverpool. And let's have a look then at what's coming up on the next episode. And I'm going to play quite a few games, I think. Given that we've got, in fact, I will come back, change of plan, I will come back and I will show you Leeds United at home as their former leaders of the Premier League, and the final Champions League group game against Club Bruges. So if you've enjoyed that, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for Monday to Friday Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.